Alright, here we are, and... okay. But changing the concept slightly. This is based... it's gonna be the same Poison Dart Carnival with Zunimassa. Slightly different concept, something I had read about that I'm gonna give a try with. I don't know if it's gonna work. At least it might take a lot of practice. It seemed like it's gonna be a type of concept.
Would anyone notice if I wandered off?
Seems like it's gonna be a type of concept that's gonna be tricky to play, and it's basically based upon the Jaunt rune of Spirit Walk. Turns it into 3 seconds instead of 2, and basically you try and get your cooldown so high that you can use this a lot. So I'm not using the Severance one, which gives me the bonus to movement speed. I'm going to be using the Jaunt one, and I've got a bunch of stuff that increase my cooldown rate. Now, not only is cooldown helping me with this, but it's also, because it's with Captain Crimson, I'm getting the bonus to damage also. But I've got it to 62%, and I'm also going to have the Flavor of Time on for another 15%. So I should be able to cast it quite often. And when you're in Spirit Walk form, you're immune to damage. Now, the bad downside to it is that when you're not in Spirit Walk, you are very vulnerable. And I think this build is already pretty squishy enough as it is. Seems like all the Witch Doctor ones on, and I almost just can't wait to just... I might even just start up my old build, even though I don't have all of the ancient legendary items. I've got the items, they're just, a lot of them are not ancient. I'm almost considering just putting the build together and going with it anyways. Even though it's not ancient legendary for the most part. There's a couple items that I will probably switch out. So I'd probably change this over to Ring of Emptiness, which will free this up. No, change this over to Ring of Emptiness and then put Nemesis Bracers right here. Anyways, because this build was not all that squishy. It wasn't bad, but I didn't focus a lot on cooldown and Jaunt and so forth. You know, I just want to play this build, but with the 4th cube slot and focusing a lot on the pylons, and I think it'll do rather well personally. Oops. But before I can play it, I've got to get the items. I've also got this legendary gem here that's only rank 7. Anyway, let me try a few of them. I got 17 Greater of Keystone. I got some money. So if I'm looking for ancient legendary pieces, probably the offhand is probably the good place to start. So, but I'm not gonna spend those yet. So let's what did I do before? An 85. Alright, let's do an 85 and see what I can do with this concept of Jaunt. And I've still got movement speed here. I've still got movement speed here. So it's not like I don't have movement speed. The tricky part with this build, with this particular setup, I gotta keep casting Locust Swarm. I gotta cast that at least once every 8 seconds. So that's kind of the downside to it. But I don't know. I don't have Unity. I don't have a space for Unity. Unless I want to take off Ring of Emptiness or take off... I can't even take off Nemesis Bracers. So yeah, there's no place for Unity. I've got to have Ring of Royal Grandeur. I've got to have Zunimassa. Alright. Here we go. Let's just try an 85 and try this. I just cast this as much as possible. That's all. Here we go.
Done.
Are you ready? Then your trial begins.
Let me build up some of these little guys before I...
Need more time.
That's all I got. Trying to find pylon. Pylon or an elite, one or the other. Alright, there's a pylon. Ah, he's been captured.
The truth binds you. I grow here.
Ah! Doing pretty good so far.
Strike at your heart. I strike at your heart.
Where is it? Come on.
Need more time.
Well,
My
And it seemed to work, but then again I got a good number of shrines there, pylons, so...
I may be able to help you.
But it didn't work bad. I was able to cast this quite a bit. I don't know, maybe... Maybe it's a way to keep the...
Excellent.
My power grows vast.
Maybe that's a way to keep the toughness up. For the witch doctor.
Hello there.
I need... Okay, I think the lose juicer. I don't think it's any better than the other one I've got. Let's go with offhand. I need one of two. I either need this one or the Lakumbas. No, one for the zombie dogs. One or the other. Ancient legendary.
What a steal. What a steal.
Overburdened.
A little bit better, not much. A little bit better. I think I can get rid of that booze juicer. Yeah, I can get rid of that. Get the Helltooth pants already. Still waiting on a couple items for Arachir and Helltooth. Would like to at least try them. Not that I don't have the set, but I got waiting on some of the items that go with the build. A weapon called Scrimshaw. I believe it's called Scrimshaw. Alright, what am I looking for? Oh yeah. But I had it right here. Yeah, that's no good. Oh yeah, okay, I'm sorry. This one's a little better. Looking for cooldown. A little bit more fetish army damage. A little bit more critical hit chance. Intelligence and vitality are a little higher, so everything's a little higher. That cooldown is 1% less, but I think that's alright. Or scrap it. And this concept of this jaunt, I was thinking of using with Mundanugu too, and I set up sort of a build with that concept in mind. Almost the same thing. I just don't like the whole idea of the concept of Mundanugu, the way that the spirit barrage happens, but I don't know. I might give it another try. I haven't tested it out with this jaunt setup yet, so I don't know. Think about giving it a try. I don't think that the cooldown reduction was as high. So, all right, let's try going with a 90.
Done.
Embrace your power, and you will survive.
I must heal.
Ah, come on. Oh, come on, already? I gotta build up my stacks first.
Strange magic radiates from these foes.
Oh, come on. Gotta get my stacks built up. Oh, no, come on.
Need healing. I must heal.
Where is he? There he is. A little catching up to do, but I think I can do it.
Strike at your heart. Your day comes.
Losing him. Ah! Didn't hit it in time. So squishy. Man.
Strike at your heart. Need him.
Oh, I thought I had it. Yes. Build is nice, but
grow I cannot do that. Health returns to me.
My curse on you.
Latest little thing kills me. Oh, it's just too squishy.
I grow weak. Need healing.
I don't know. Some people have really said this is a great build.
I must wait healing longer. The spirits aid me. I am healed. I must heal. I strike at your heart.
Kind of caught up a little bit, but
I grow more time.
come on. Remember, one of the banes of this build is Waller of all things. Oh!
I must wait longer.
Wow. Oh! No way. No way. Oh! Yeah, forget it. It's just too squishy. It's just too... And I don't have a chance. I don't have time to build up. Stuff.
Heal me. I must wait longer.
Disorient. Great challenge lies before us.
Funny, because I'm used to playing builds where
I grow weak.
you love maps like this.
I wait longer.
Yeah, well, forget it.
I am returning to town.
Just can't. If it's that squishy, it's just not worth it to me at that point. I just feel like I'm better off playing the other build that I know. I mean, it's great. Yeah, it's great when I've got this. But at the times when I'm not in that spirit walk, it's like it's an eternity. You know, just trying to... wait for that moment when it becomes available. And I was kind of hoping that the Grave and Justice would help out a little bit, but that only works, kicks in when you kill enemies, and the enemies have to be somewhat near you, you know, to get the extra 1 second. You know, and I could try some other things, but the whole point of the whole build, the whole season, is the pylons. If you get the pylons, you know, you win. I guess I didn't do that as much as I probably could have, but I don't know if you can play for just the pylons. I think you've got to have other play in there as well. You know, I do like the idea, and this might be the kind of build or the kind of concept that you really have to fish for the right maps. Some people are okay with that. Some people don't mind going in there, and you know, like a map like that probably is actually a bad map. Normally those maps are the ones that I really like, but you know, that particular map, maybe you've got to have some of the long, narrow, windy ones so that you're not surrounded by enemies. This build is not good for being surrounded by enemies, doesn't seem. You probably only want to have a few enemies on there so you're not overwhelmed. I'm used to playing with builds just the opposite, where you want to have tons of enemies around, that way you get a lot of collateral kills, but this one, I don't think this one is like that. This didn't seem to kick in. If it did, I didn't notice it. And I put a lot of my defense into cooldown. Like this went into cooldown. I put that into cooldown. I put that into cooldown. I put that into cooldown. So I put a lot into cooldown. You know, just trying to get that there. And I've got this cooldown legendary gem. 61%. Probably went up to 70% maybe. I don't know what it would go up to. But that 10 seconds turns into... Okay, 4 seconds. Okay. It seems like it just takes forever for that 4 seconds to come up. And then... You know, you've got to have time to build up some of my defenses. I don't have any time to build up the defense. I gotta build up stacks for this. I gotta build up my fetish army. And then I think also I still wasn't dealing very much damage at all. And, you know, you're not obviously not dealing any damage unless you hit with Locust Swarm, and that's kind of slow. That's kind of slow, and I can't help but believe that the 6 pieces that I put on to replace this Zunimassa is better than the Zunimassa itself. I just can't help but believe that. Yeah, I'm going to be losing about 30... I'm going to go down about 30% damage. But we shall be making up for that. With the other items that I put on. So, alright, so what I'm gonna do next is just for the fun of it, I'm gonna put together my old build. I don't have Ancient Legendary and hardly anything, so it'll be, definitely won't be anywhere near as good as what it could be, but won't be anywhere near as squishy either, I don't think, except I'll have the 4th cube slot here, so... Alright, I'll be right back, and I'm going to put that together. Be right back.